In the heart of ancient China, there lived 3 old men who carried no scriptures, offered no sermons, and took no vows of silence. Yet they were the greatest teachers the land had ever known. They were simply called the 3 Laughing Monks. They moved from village to village like a summer breeze, carrying nothing but the joy in their bellies. Imagine, if you will, the bustling center of a dusty market town. People are haggling over grain, worrying about their debts, and carrying the heavy weight of tomorrow on their shoulders. Suddenly, these 3 monks arrive. They do not preach, they do not ask for alms, they simply stand in the center of the square and begin to laugh. At first, it is a low chuckle. Then it grows into a deep, infectious roar that shakes their bellies and wrinkles their eyes. One by one, the merchant stops shouting, the laborer drops his tools, and the children gather round. It's impossible to resist. Laughter is the only language that requires no translation. Soon, the entire village is swept up in a tidal wave of mirth, forgetting their sorrows, egos, and their fears.
This was their only prayer. This was their entire philosophy. They understood a secret that most of us spend our lives running away from. That life, in all its complexity and tragedy, is ultimately a beautiful, cosmic joke. You see, we often treat our lives like a serious business transaction. We think that if we work hard enough, worry enough, and solve enough problems, we will finally earn the right to be happy. But the 3 laughing monks taught us that joy is not a reward at the end of the journey. It is the fuel for the journey itself. They lived as if they had looked behind the curtain of the universe and realized there was nothing to fear, only an opportunity to experience the sheer absurdity of being alive. They traveled this way for many years, spreading light across the provinces until they reached a small village in the north. There, under the shade of an old tree, one of the 3 monks suddenly passed away.
The villagers were devastated. They rushed to the scene, expecting to find the remaining 2 monks in deep mourning, perhaps chanting somber prayers or weeping for their lost brother. But when the crowd arrived, they found the 2 monks laughing harder than they ever had before. It was a wild, jubilant laughter that echoed off the mountainsides. One villager, confused and even a bit offended, stepped forward and asked, "How can you laugh at a time like this? Your friend is dead. Have you no respect? No sorrow?" For the first time in their lives, one of the monks spoke. He wiped a tear of joy from his eye and said, "We laugh because he won. Yesterday on the road, he bet us that he would be the first to die. The old rogue even had a plan. He told us never to wash his body or change his clothes, for he said that no filth of this world had ever touched his soul. His laughter had acted as a shield, keeping him pure." They placed his body on the funeral pyre, still dressed in his tattered, everyday robes. As the flames began to lick the wood, the villagers watched in stunned silence. Suddenly, bang! Pop! Fizz! The old monk had hidden fireworks inside his sleeves and pockets. As the pyre burned, the sky was filled with 100 colors, exploding in a final, brilliant act of playfulness. Even in death, he was teaching. Even in his final moment, he was reminding us that the end is not a tragedy, but a transformation, a final punchline to a life well lived. In your own life, you will face storms. You will face loss, frustration, and moments where the weight of the world feels unbearable. When that happens, I want you to remember the 3 laughing monks. Look in the mirror and smile at the absurdity of your worries. Your problems are real, yes. They are also temporary. Your joy, however, is your essence. Don't wait for things to be perfect to start laughing. If you wait for the world to be right before you find peace, you will wait forever. Find the laughter now. Let it be your prayer, your medicine, and your strength. Because in the end, the only thing we truly take with us is the lightness of our hearts.